Yes, thank you.
No, so we need to raise it. No, no,
well, thank you very much. We've taken notice that the MPP has started using the media houses to churn wrong information. And we are and fake news. We are aware that some of these media houses are calling the elections for Nana Akufo-Addo. If there's anybody who has reason to jubilate, it is the NDC support base. And so we are urging our people that they have every reason to jubilate because they know that we have majority in parliament, and because of that, that positions us to select the speaker, committee chairman, and so on. And we know nobody can run this country without a majority in parliament. And so we must send a strong caution to the government's attempt to use the military. In fact, the military have no role to play as the first instance in any electoral matters. We are aware that in Techiman, the military have been deployed to a collation center. Shooting has happened, and 2 people have been confirmed dead now, and 7 others are in hospital. This is an attempt to change the results. Indeed, the Electoral Commission has never pronounced
ATV Ghana, your world of quality entertainment. Are you ready to walk down the aisle with that special person? Then rush to Happy FM and pick up your form for the 2021 edition of the Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding for only 500 Ghana cedis. Yes, this registration is all you need to make your dream wedding come true. Your wedding gowns, your suit, your honeymoon package are all catered for. This is too good to be true. Pick up your registration form before the end of January 2021. Call 020-2222-069 or 0244-257667. Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding. What God has put together.
In hospital, this is an attempt to change the results. Indeed, the Electoral Commission at Techiman has never pronounced. But let's call on the Electoral Commission. We are happy that they've decided to shift their own timelines, because we told them that it was not going to be possible for you to declare the results of this election 24 hours after the election. As we sit now, collation hasn't gone anywhere. Constituencies are still doing collation. Our agents in the EC strong room are relaying information to us. So we don't think that let us keep our fingers crossed and hope that Electoral Commission will do the needful to save the peace and integrity of this country. Thank you very much.
Let no man put asunder.
Healthy, unbiased, diverse, comprehensive, and factual. These are the attributes I believe you look out for when it comes to current affairs shows in this country. But do you get that? Your response? I leave with you. But you do agree with me, it is these attributes that help shape the national conversation and help build the strong institutions we look out for. Fact sheets, a new current affairs
signing, but you do for them. You do one for this particular.
Baby. Ghana musician, very cholo lonely. Me or the car, na me akonu chifa father. Akodada, manya exo. Mutali de was soon about ala kasanga wa wakisu. Bafo de wutu, wachi bu ala set balawo. Kajemi, ushiki phone. Tebe, shimum $20. Sodo. Munye Liberia, Sierra Leone, Angola, Rwanda, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Sudan, Ivory Coast, Okomofra, Namibia, Anyan tokwasam party asemi anyamanso party mun tokwa amo mai bisu adishie akoyankwa bi cross oh hi party mun tokwa amo di baba akoda baby basa na mai aye bejani akotogo ana baby all the Ivory Coast Burkina Faso na say Ghana yetraodo adona ya somye yes no Kabina meka yamamwe Eya jenchira enti sabato bedrusa Fako propote kasana yasikai Marima hani hima Marini himofro Yakicha wasani monei Agudisemgi Firiday Na yefrigo mantokwa Party sembidibaye Still unbreakable so my betting kunima akonenima lejnan kabom so enyeno warriors sen kabom so beye juma akise yehunu se party A party B yenyina e Ghana for abatuwe yentuno domu so yenye Any modicho Ebi any betuma Ebi rock on mom word Ghana jiwuli Ghana jimini Any bell on a kwawe Any bell on a kwawe Any bell on a kwawe Ghana jiwuli Chira wajina mincha majincha say ya tamfo so bi wo party bi ni party say ya tamfo umaye nyina mo yatina wo donya sundiemu na Ghana funny to my preference there are no tea Ghana man yo wobe manko ya yekupala jagana fe Tamo boli wofi oleta Ea wakeminche Ke eko mefemo Aya foko shikine Koni wabu ejoleri wanane Ea faba Ndakecha Ghana Yetra odo Na somye yene Mwye seno
Emanti ene mabawa Mumie masuna mutia power. So man you be and tokwa. Mini women you have the power. So let's keep the peace, no party beef. One to one say you super chromati. Divided we fall, united we stand. God bless Ghana.
Me want on my Ghana to Miss Travel Papa, my infant to Chacha. I assume get a fata to Munya and Tokwana Munya and your fata from my inchuma. Yakuya. I will say, Rockstar. Young Phantom was here, Ado, and come to Abayo. Someone, yeah, oh man, yeah. Young Fatu, young Fatina, fireball to be. Abana Ebatuna Toka, yes, I'm my Ebeda, Mama, I know no. My answer, about 20. Who say, yeah, Jenny, when you're dreaming, sick of dream, fashion, and Timu, my and Yenny baby, I record. Yes, I Ghana, it's a woman young photo, Asumi, and two Abeya. I can't go for no name. Kejana motu muja bomolo Keo nyemi kweni ngasayo Moye nyuke masi Moye Nigeria Wabe krene jamasane batowo Yekohane wafo wahe Semo hunke hanwose Inti ya paswe Yantu nodomu Nansu Ghana
Se yesi enyiche ena odro Tupanko asomdwi kuma Busy or dog is bad.
The power. So let's keep the peace, no party beef. One to one say you super chromati. Divided we fall, united we stand. God bless Ghana. Me want on my Ghana to Miss Travel Papa, my infant to Chacha. I assume get up.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me thank the media for responding to our call at such short notice, and to thank the people of Ghana for what has been an exciting election. I want to state categorically and firmly that I've not congratulated any person. No attempt should be made to steal this election. We will resist it. We thank the Ghanaian people for the confidence they've expressed in us. It's clear the Ghanaian people want a change in this country. Ghanaians are tired of Akufo-Addo and his government. We thank the electorate for giving us a working majority in Parliament, 140 seats in Parliament, which is a majority, and no attempt should be made to subvert that. I've looked at the results we've collated so far, and I'm excited, I'm happy with the results, and we won in 10 regions out of 16, and the Ghanaian people have expressed confidence in us. We would resist any attempt to subvert the will of the people. Some of what is happening is unacceptable, and Nana Akufo-Addo continues to show credentials that are very undemocratic. You cannot use the military to try and overturn some of the results in constituencies that we have won. And so we will resist any attempt to subvert the sovereign will of the Ghanaian people. The right thing must be done. We've collated our results, and we thank the Ghanaian people for the confidence they have in us. And we will give further details later. But we thank you very much, and our people should remain calm.
as we wait for the final verdict. But we are happy that Ghanaians have voted for change. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. We've taken notice that the MPP has started using the media houses to churn wrong information, and we have and fake news. We are aware that some of these media houses are calling the elections for Nana Akufo-Addo. If there's anybody who has reason to jubilate, it is the NDC support base. And so we are urging our people that they have every reason to jubilate, because they know that we have won majority in parliament, and because of that positions us to select the speaker, the committee chairman, and so on. And we know nobody can run this country without the majority in parliament. And so we must send a strong caution to the government's attempt to use the military. In fact, the military have no role to play as the first instance in any electoral matters. We are aware that in Techiman, the military have been deployed to a collation center. Shooting has happened, and 2 people have been confirmed dead now, and 7 others are in hospital. This is an attempt to change the results. Indeed, the Electoral Commission at Techiman has never pronounced very much, but let's call on the Electoral Commission. We are happy that they've decided to shift their own timeline, because we told them that it was not going to be possible for you to declare the results of these elections 24 hours after the elections. As we sit now, collation hasn't gone anywhere. Constituencies are still doing collation. Our agents in the EC strong room are relaying information to us. So we don't think that any credible results can be declared before tomorrow. And so let us keep our fingers crossed and hope that Electoral Commission will do the needful to save the peace and integrity of this country. Thank you very much.
This is the GMABC election camp, and once again, good evening to you and welcome to our exclusive coverage of election 2020. Today is day 2 after polls were closed yesterday at 5 p.m. The Electoral Commission of Ghana is still yet to confirm what time they will be declaring the results for the presidential and parliamentary election. As we speak, former President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, just finished a press conference in his residence in Cantonment, and he had a few things to say about the process so far. Let me quickly take you through exactly what John Dramani Mahama said a few minutes ago. And John Dramani Mahama said, Sisi ano sana niema ekono obedaga na fuase se omoma no exciting election na sisi ane die categorically and emphatically no nsema APP se wa fe omampanyin Nana Addo Akufo-Addo amane congratulations no enye no kreda categorically and emphatically no o say on frɛ obia na there should be no attempt to steal ma obia anya na adwen se obewia bibia mu na o say as we speak, no NDC our working majority of 150 MPs and no and Amudubeko Parliament next year. When Parliament is reconstituted, now or say about no and ultimately almost 140 seats now. NDC winning from 275 constituencies. No, now Opache say if anybody say or bet to me as subvert the will of the people, and now bet to me as a sasa about we any result abanidia and yadia omobe peneso. He went on to say see any the results are more quality over the last few hours. No, he's happy with it and in year pass. Result abano sa na aba ama omo na o say odagana for us say omo the confidence share in the NDC omo tumi akọ to the polls omo ma no overwhelming endorsement again no o say mane obe make Ghanaians aware say any attempt be omo be to change the will of the people no it will be resisted. Any plan we are say or more per se almost unkofono adwin ana she share course on December 7 no omo ready say omo be accept. Now I say on mampenyin na do danko Akufo-Addo or you say unacceptable methods and means are all use they are subverting the will of the people no undemocratic or so you see undemocratic means na the upper channel say to me you see military and fancy sa abattoir abaya results no or say no and sema ekos was some constituencies NDC ewene wono nti enya dia NDC budget sa insensem no atum or say as and when further information ebeba no on be make sure say begu akwamo na obia ate se na nema no eko nti we nsema John Dramani Mahama, former president of the Republic of Ghana and flag bearer Emma NDC no or the tuja a few minutes ago e won fie e wo cantonment owie na general secretary of the party Johnson Asiedu Nketia General Mosquito ono so edi nsem tuja o say sena nema ekono otumi hu say media no NPP use media no to churn out fake news na o say figures bi a omo hu no nya figures eye ade a eye correct, these are not correct figures aba na media no na omo use omo de propagate sa nsem na enye no kre na oto so eka say o hwe sena nema ekona say support base bi wo ho say omo to me jubilate a eye NDC support base they should be jubilating because omo and a victory no akon ama omo enti osanso e catch omo say majority in parliament there e certain say NDC and omo tumi secure some majority in parliament no okoso e ka say niema bi e koso e wo Techiman and on the show this afternoon yenya report from Techiman South say niema e koso e wo collation center bi because military abegu ho a shooting incidents akoso as okasano o say nkofo mienu na omo ewu na 7 there omo hospital or say any attempt omo here to use the military to subvert the will of the people so omo be sesa aba no enya dia omo NDC no onbeji atum na we nsema e course we ho but masemba ko so John Mahama e kai mamenkai etiefo say or say we win 10 out of 16 regions now yereto aba no enti eno e putino in a position na ono na abato no declaration ba ono na say otumi e win enti we nyina e nsema a course so NDC omo press conference omo here a few minutes ago and as we speak no results the results continue to trickle in because osha sana jumedi no ekone dia results no ba na eba. But before you better ask no, yanko NPP headquarters jubilation hu sema ye ka hu asem no oko NPP headquarters mamamfo ewo ho amu jubilate a NDC nyum ene nema omopo amu de jubilate wo NPP headquarters no ye be omo enti yatumi ekotwa footage kaka ebretiefo ene ahwefo miehwe de ekoso na enti de ekoso ewo NPP headquarters as we speak now. or NPP headquarters and Yadebramo, which means thousands of people, scores of people, Agadawa, jubilations, no Koso, and anticipation for declaration of victory. Emma NPP, Abatwa, Koso, and Ranum. The results continue to come in thick and fast. And Osha results at Daminima, more results from Bono region, more parliamentary and presidential from Bono region, more Ashanti region. So, parliamentary results are Abano so far. Winning seat Ashanti regional and then becoming same but Greater Accra regional one seat say yet me account because results no in a few hours ago but you to me and find to ja emma etie for mutie happy 98.9 FM and mo share ETV Ghana and quickly no Mayanko la Pon Katamanso a constituency na a NDC stronghold and Osha Sena over the years performance net year 96 2000 2004 2008 2012 2016 no NDC ekita sa seat no Joseph ni laye afote agbo ono na okita seat no at the end of 2016 polls no otimi echa Solomon Tete appear some 30,551 541 votes to 27,001 votes. Now, after 4 terms in parliament, Joseph Nilai Afoteagbo decided say enya dia obe contest sa constituency ni biom. Enti Joseph Akwete Tete and original NDC ticket no so or contest his seat no. Now he went up against NPP candidate a friend of Hobson Adoye and NDC candidate NPP candidate are into the contest. Now, Osha presidential results appear every Ponkatamanso Aba. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo NPP 37,473. John Dramani Mahama 54,927. Christian Andrews Gum 817. Ivor Greenstreet 50. Ekwadonko 23. Henry Latte 5. Hassan Ariga 28, Kofi Akpalu 21, Apasera so enya 8, Bridget Jogbenuku enya 28, Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rollins 23, and Alfred Walker enya 20 votes. Na Osha Sena parliamentary no ekoye ne dia Hobson Adoye NPP 39,546. 39,546. Joseph Akwete Tete on 51,755 votes. Gum Masahudu Chief Moro on also enya 1,033 votes. Na NDP Moro Isifu enya 271 votes and Alpha Isifu independent candidate enya 942 votes. Inti Osha parliamentary seat ni dia NDC etumi retain almost stronghold eye Pon Katamanso inti no and result about through iniminimia no developments be so koso as far as Abatono is concerned because John Dumelo a defeated candidate Ayawaso West Wogon constituency na the intention to request for recount of ballots no abba na oshe letter or the buyer letter no addressed to the district electoral officer Ayawaso West Wogon dated 8th December 2020. Heading say request for ballot recount. I humbly write to your office seeking for a recount of all ballot boxes across the constituency. This is due to several irregularities that has been identified in some of the polling centers. One of such irregularities was swapping of my figures and that of the NPP candidates' figures at polling centers, counting on your usual cooperation. And no signed by John Seto Dumelo. Na letter way ena yensa etumi aka. But per the processes no. Once the election results are collated, and I say almost sorting it out now, almost certifying our polling station now, I could do collation center, not declaration, not cost now. John Dumelo has to use the legal option to seek recount. And to me court. Na court to me a man is happening no into as it is no the request has been made, but as to whether indeed the ballots can be counted near a court and the to me determine sa particular situation no into when nyina fallout from Ayawaso West Wogon niema ekoso ewo ho na yetoa so a na Samuel Shen abeka mensa ye meneno ebetwetwe nkomo afa ensemba akomienu ho a akoso so far as we speak no the electoral commissioner Madam Jane Mensah, she's yet to confirm what time exactly EC at the results of the 2020 polls no ebetoja until we are still waiting with bated breath to know the final outcome of Abattoir Yekoye and Rano. Sami, a lot of issues have come up in the last few hours. EC failure to deliver election results and after 24 hours as they promised. Also, no, John Dramani Mahama has been speaking about Niema Akoso, and he's thrown a lot of emphasis on stealing of votes and stealing the mandates. And just say Abattoir na we win no as a 4% almost say Abattoir no. And he's been saying they'll resist it. Any attempt on one person, they'll resist it. He also spoke about military intimidation and ECOSO. General Mosquito, Johnson and Seydou Nketia has also made the same calls. But they've called for their supporters to remain calm as we go through the processes. No? And in Sema ECOSO, no, so far, no, what's your take on Niemana ECOSO so far, from the EC to John Mahama to other matters arising?
I don't say for the yeoman's job done so far. The coverage by the team, I mean, swapping, going back and forth, it's been an exciting journey. Some of us are already losing our voices, as viewers and listeners can see. But on the matter of the Electoral Commission, I think that we need to clarify a point, that it is not a failure of the Electoral Commission to deliver on the 24-hour promise they made. Now, they said that 24-hour statement they made was not cast in stone per the interview we had with them just yesterday. And it tells you, say, they have a vision, a mission to deliver the results within 24 hours if all things hold true in terms of ballot boxes being presented at collation centers and then nationally to them. If there are delays at the collation centers at the regional level, at the district level, at the polling station level, obviously it would affect the EC's ability to collate and also deliver within the 24 hours. And so that 24 hours promise they made was premised on the ability of their officers at the polling stations to deliver. And as you may know, there are times where in certain constituencies, some people may protest the results. In some constituencies, for instance, Lejikuku constituency like this, it was a long period of a drag. Not the people didn't know what to do. As to whether the ballot boxes be all these were issues that would obviously drag it. There are several other instances in other constituencies it would affect the ability of the Electoral Commission to meet that 24-hour timeline for. And a lot of people were expectant of the Electoral Commission meeting that 24-hour timeline because it would have eased the tension right now that is building up in the country at the moment. But how did we get here? I remember saying we were on the Happy Morning Show when that statement of the Electoral Commission came up. And we said that, was it really necessary for them to have made a statement that within 24 hours they would be announcing the winner of the presidential, elections? For me, the Constitution allows for them to use 48 hours, 72 hours to pronounce a winner. And so I don't understand why it was that imperative said they would have made that pronouncement, said within 24 hours they were going to announce that. Especially knowing how transmission of results can delay. Maybe you are a fax number, they send it, if you are a WhatsApp, internet connectivity issues, and in SMP. And so that is why now we are where we are, where tension is building. But I must also say, sir, the conduct of the various political parties, the NDC and the NPP is not helping. At all. You see, the mandate of the Electoral Commission is to conduct an election and declare winners. And so if you have the NDC and the NPP both coming out to declare themselves winners in an election, they are being careful with pronouncements that they have won. They have been virtually emphatic about the parliamentary because that one is obvious to declare. But when it comes to the presidential, they are all saying that they are leading. One figures are one answer, but their figures are not the figures of the Electoral Commission.
Absolutely.
And so the two political parties must hasten slowly when it comes to the pronouncements they are making with respect to our elections. We say no, it's not helping. The NDC comes out to say, we are winning 10 regions, this number, that number. By the time they are done, the NPP is also having a press conference telling us that what the NDC said was not true. The media is also trying very hard to stay in the middle to collate the figures as we are doing now for our viewers and our listeners.
Yeah.
But the supporters of these political parties have the tendency to believe what their political parties are saying more than what we, the media, would say. And so it's imperative that the political parties will tone down on the assertions they are making in respect of the numbers are one more churning out, you know. But really, have we gotten any numbers from the political parties?
Debbie.
No. The NDC holds a press conference and those Ghanaians say, per one more resource, the go region, Abia Ashanti region, woman enya 4 seats, Abia Eastern region, woman enya 2 seats, Abia Volta region, woman enya 5 seats, Abia. But instead of giving us the 5 seats, no, the breakdown, Abia, war Ketu South, we have these numbers, so and so, so that the people can cross-check with the information that the media is giving. That's not what is being done. No. You find the NPP as well. Also, on social media, saying so they have won the elections, the parliamentary. These things are building tensions in the country, and we don't need that. We all admit that the beginning of the process was very smooth. It was very calm, and it's been very easy. Yeah. Why do we allow for a beautiful election which started so well to be marred by all the things we are seeing now? I was expecting, say, when the NDC addressed the press conference, the former president, who is the flag bearer of the NDC, when he addressed that press conference, at least they would have taken advantage of that opportunity to tell Ghanaians the numbers they have. Yeah. What I say? Now that he is done, you mark it on the wall. In the next 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, the NPP is also going to have a press conference to tell us, say, what the NDC has come to say through their flag bearer is not something we should believe. Yes. These are building tensions. You are showing footages of people who are jubilating. The next thing we'll hear is that there's been a clash between some supporters of the NPP and some supporters of the NDC.
We are hoping, say, in Drew, security services, they should be up and doing.
But it is the security services movement that the NDC is suspicious of presently. Yeah. Because when a pickup moves from this place to that place, there's suspicion. Yeah. Oh, and Omuye movement, and Omuye say. And that suspicion which started from even the time of the registration exercise is still being there. Yeah. And so it doesn't allow for the political parties to give the security agencies the benefit of the doubt that they are indeed conducting their business professionally. And so it makes the atmosphere very poisoned. And so, this is where I expect that the NCC will come out. This is where I expect that the National Peace Council would come out. Yeah. This is where I expect that civil society organizations would come out. This is where I expect that religious institutions and organizations would come out to ease the tension that is building up. Yeah. Whether we like it or not, there is tension that is building up in this country at the moment. With the way the two major political parties are conducting themselves through figures. And you see, as for the traditional media, it is not as, dangerous as social media. Go and see what is happening on social media.
Yeah, social media,
people are calling the elections on social media.
A lot of media houses have indeed attempted to call the elections.
And it doesn't augur well.
What the EC said.
Yes, and it doesn't augur well. So it ties the EC's hands behind them. And it becomes difficult for them to make a pronouncement because, for instance, if we are calling that, let's say, Party A or Party B is in the lead with, let's say, 53%.
The expectation is that the EC should give us...
It should tell a certain lie.
Absolutely.
And so it makes it difficult for the election. Now, look, I would not be surprised if, as we speak now, the EC has its figures. But they are weighing and watching what the media is saying to see whether what the media is projecting is in line with what they are about pronouncing. Yeah. Because if the EC comes to make a pronouncement now, the viewer, the listener, is going to watch ETV Ghana. What is ETV Ghana projecting? Yeah. what are the other media houses projecting? If it's at variance with what almost all the media houses are projecting, then the suspicion begins.
There's an agenda.
Exactly.
Yeah. But Sammy, at the press conference and media engagement, John Dramani Mahama,
yeah.
Johnson has doing Ketia statements be, and I think on the show this afternoon we got our correspondent, I think Dada from Techiman South. If we can work the lines and bring him back onto the conversation. Okleme said there was a shooting incident at one of the coalition centers at Techiman South, and that's a constituency where Martin J. Mensah Kosa is standing for as MP. And I think there were issues with a particular polling station where the results were being contested. That was what resulted in shooting incident be a cause. And according to the reporter, from nowhere, the electoral officials, they just declared results. And they couldn't ask questions because after that declaration, it's your etoye. And they found it a bit strange. But if we can work the phone lines again and call back to Techiman South, we'll know exactly what is happening there. We hear there's very heavy military presence there because they had to avert trouble and indeed, if you listen to General Secretary now, in Semna Okai, our reporter gave us a hint of a bit of when you be a coso Techiman South. So I mean, we have to be vigilant. The security services have to be up and doing. And if you listen to John Dramani Mahama accusing the sitting president of using the military to attempt to change the will of the people, I know a bit of a very strong statement from former president. And so I think, sir, if indeed that is not what is happening, the president and I say the NPP must respond to this, and at least based on what they would say, the good people of Ghana would make their own decision. Because if they leave it like that now, you can imagine, say, tension because of Niama Ekoso. It's tense. If you drive around town now, you'd realize it's virtually quiet around almost every, because nobody knows what's coming up next. Nobody knows what's coming. One political party claiming say majority in parliament, another political party saying say no majority in parliament. One political party say no we winning general elections. Another political party to say I've won 10 regions out of 16, so I am in the lead. There's a lot of tension in the system, apprehension. I think EC should do us a favor by just telling Ghanaians, say, look, at 10 p.m. or at 11 p.m. we will be ready. And Sammy, you made a point, sir. We asked the EC, say, how many hours never take you so declare result? I remember Charlotte say in one of her press briefings, she was quite clear, say, between 48 to 72 hours, they were going to declare the national election results. And we all know what happened around that time. Even took longer for the results to be declared. And so we were asking, sir, why the rush to want to declare the result after 24 hours? Indeed, you could be extremely efficient to be able to deliver within 24 hours. But looking at the circumstances, and some of the circumstances, it's quite clear to us. Some polling station results, and to me, Andrew Collation Center, to me, some of these challenges, it was to be anticipated. And what kind of systems and ECD go akwa or to me anticipated say indeed after 24 hours, to me a declare results, and that seems to be a bit of a problem my CCR. But results in the
before we move into the results, I think that we should speak to some of the issues that were raised by the former president. And if you gauged his body language well, you could see the carefulness with which he was speaking. You could see he was being careful with his choice of words as to what to say and what not to say.
Yeah.
You could see he was struggling to find the words to use in order not to incite their followers to hit the streets.
Yes.
You could see that. That he was being extremely careful with his choice of words. That's not the John Mahama we know. And so I say that all these things that are being said, what's the end game? What's the end game? If say and say when every year, the person who is supposed to declare the elections, is the Electoral Commission. Yenchen Emma is on your declaration. Yenchen Nase, I'm just getting some information. The NPP earlier had showed their strong room and then the figures that they've collated so far from the various regions and constituencies. Yeah. And so I'm getting that information because earlier I made the assertion said the two political parties have not been giving us data in terms of what they have collated so far. But I'm being told that the NPP has collated and they are giving us figures as to where they are.
To be fair, no, I think as I didn't pick that particular bit early. We even had the GMABC election team visit the NPP strong room. Yeah. And now Kwabna Kakari and our leader is our team now. So the presentation was live on our election coverage. Okay. So they took them through the processor. Go through right from the polling station to the collation center, how the information about my system into all of that but young court Techiman now Yane Dauda and Chichin Komo. Good evening, Dauda.
Good evening.
Mema Akwaba Eba happy 98.9 FM any ETV Ghana GMABC election coverage no so. Earlier on, Yachichin Komono, Oboso Eche, say, Techiman South constituency, na in Sembi Echo, so with regard to military presence, any shooting incident be a course. Can you confirm to us if any lives were lost and how many people have been hospitalized as a result of SAR in Semna Echo?
Major so medicine so Abraham memma reports no memma what I say na so 2019 ani achi anko bia na ye de omo makra no akobat mi ka say abom wadin aba bedu Holy Family Hospital ani ayaresa bia kese no wo chichiman na enimu honomo no amanfo abodom pe mo honomo no sewani dina ne se omo amuhu nipa enko omo amuhu nko oponi bina abra bilichi ni post upon to population center me bi kan wo nipa enwotwe 8
okay
na emu ba kon etoy abra ide do ayaresa bia na emu emienu so doctor Forche say omo critical condition na me senka metumi awura mu na makakuhu mo ka say and campaign the yard they send it to me alcohol name or more confirm say no create will be a toy yeah we are no alcohol a year mortuary na apufro yeah or my council so or just say one the two no account one the name of critical santin I dare say or more every so much I say come and I make us more critical a year condition name Mama me kwanya man from Yankran Kofi and also recording some more I can so meeting me enemy edin komono machichi machem nemo mama me recording inti the course on no kanti nipa watching na etu no kan wo mo a ba ko de ni training sami watu na nanu enchede.
Okay, Dada, quickly, for our viewers and listeners, Sisiano mo join the conversation, take us through exactly what happened at our Collation Center, and how the military got involved. Ekoban say shooting incident, so to me a course so ewo.
It's myself a constituency Oba Bono is only the largest constituency, even at the time when I read Ebuman and Brown Hafon. The woman capital is Nyandi and the moment it's myself as some petching in a honomono, a banner election, and I say figure once and some Jana and one I can't. The free and rana, your trouble and everything, and now almost meeting a quality figures are almost from all the police stations now. One year, Yamanabeka, furniture, police station, Bay 4, and I said 90. Now, Honomono and same about whom I can't so many so a jack and one as we have him. As my about when say, now, NDC phone churches are police stations, no more corner, say, or more evacuate observation, NP before, and more quiet, and now almost a Hormone NP before no one or more. Strong hold and I say or more strong grounds or more preventive or more party agents almost so every one about one by and I say pink sheet and I say Krata Yana results in now a true non woman at the coalition center. A process of a cacabo NP form one and a represent in any disappointment, Tiomo, any Tina say, a Huapa and say, the Kamwa in Yengi and a NP wants to say, at the Kamwa Rebel woman, she was at the Kamwa. And on and I come with Liberty and then you may Amutini Electoral Commission any company for share party against Hamutin. I know the name and for Yasan Nimi Kukuye, but you say a rock of ban say, Omunina just into Monsanto and quality figures no for anti coalition no Muna, Omuye for Banza Fiji. I was say Omutimi a declared results. Electoral Commission or officer AS will be declaring and say and this name before no more coalition center inside home or more people so AS say oh yes Bambo Bono Echo Honomua Omutini Echo ma Cam and I say Boko it's me to Hono into a BBH no message. So now share woman in your money and figure now Electoral Commission over the bond of Yadi say Omina or more editumu. Na Nansen for you to say, oh, my every DBC, or more, the woman say, military phone in your police center for one. Among a friend, Central Phone, the American American Pharmacy and Brana, or more for in Piansana, or more abo resources, meaning. But there is everything in the militia, not Jihuna, their boss, any more their mouth on Saru Bunching, for Honoma, did the idea. Now, I was sitting in yes, sitting in a genuine say, project a year now, or the show figures in the Racope figure with the toss, so I just say a final figure. She know the toss on one essay. Ansan and also so now figure never the dada, not we for police station the free one. Men on a comma NDC. Okay. In China, NDC says, Adia, a woman who can decide figures from police station that come where I had the chance of and one person from more could come one essay at another son of opportunity. China, the MP for Consumer President now of America. Until me, they knew you could see a dinner with me and say, put the figure, we have a talk, so we get and so I notice the MP for more get time. A ban MP for budgets or one play and you figure and I say, figure no project and no. Okay. That's it. Some and Central for Nubia decline actual. That's not a two parliamentary candidates for NDC, Nipa Bear, and maybe the country figure. I am not feeling upon the Punjai, many a sign a cheaper for the Jamaican people. See, the move Manco NMP Population Center of Brandon to Kosoa, as our group in and now with the 2 minutes. For so Honoma na abontin Honoma no yede barricade and I say na JBS Honoma no just omode bomb ban ama omo a efre abontin ba public no mbe gine change na say NDC for afa na MPP for so afa ya ba na sana I say MPP for ebo just na say NDC for so ni umanya I say mo di yon kwate mo Honoma ni mo pa na say Belchino, attitude to no Yuma, Beliachino, Chase, Nipa Bay, and Yenubidi, or more of Guafia, Moja Tam Woman. Samenet in the Jamaica, Epic BD Chiashi, and she baby, Memuans and Susu, a gem, a Honoma, a Sunona, and yet in Suketua, Tinese, I also get up by the of question. It's only 2 years. Ana yes study to an mona yakwa head ye true no and some money at me and no money who say na aka ebinum ba kokra de or to ato e wo no mo I didn't go to hospital a doctor for say no kre I dey say wa hwere no kwa na afofo enson bi so ka ho aminu omo critical condition omo aka so omo ja ya hwe kama e wo holy hospital for continuous and you see utimasa. Okay. Na figure no so no asinya eba ho ne say we say eba beto so no we say under normal circumstances I was say Electoral Commission or should announce officially say, hey, dear, me as issue or your official, I hereby declare CC. So I don't know, so figure never told so any people in one at the different will be a so far any people me to so one or my bet any sponsors will be declare results behind you be any results declare.
Dada, and as we speak, no, Techiman South constituency parliamentary election results, no, has it been declared or not?
Me, mum, dear, Ubisamia personally, then declare. As I said, made a memo, Nami, who say figure be the torso. Figure never torso, no, and jubilation, no, as I said, bar, a 2 year, the Pamu beer, the free.
Okay.
And the Obia Electoral Commission beer, no, were declared, dear, say. Me by declare results say and I say no even po on card be say be as figure ya to see I may final figure and I say
okay
but
okay
baba to holman and I people so ya wini enany omo ebi curtains ewo edan mu a omo twum tie ka kire omo e wa montin say omo wini to omo njomo
okay
holman na ene atututo nya de ba obi ayira ayi ntina say see no but Tisiano and then Fiji Ahodo so teach my high say sir we are declared our results but made a million who nipa will declare in chino. Okay. From the name Obian and declare a woman say figure be better so NPP and every kind NPP parliamentary candidate Martina James of course or no was ready kind of say as I figure on your declare NPP and I know teach my
okay
but in to me declare because men say or being an worker me I hereby declare as soon as you are
okay. Okay. Dada, yeah, say ultimate update from Techiman South constituency. Now, as and when developments be bano, we start to make NDC parliamentary candidates no ha. Nema yehu sena nema ekoso ewo ho. Enti yeah, that's it. Enti ya twa discussions no so na sisia no ya reporter ni Ankara Joseph Nianka Sisiano or the residence of the President of the Republic Ninima residence no and now wako do Sisia your budget report if we with regard to exactly what is happening there DNT or na yeji updates kakra every Nianka ho Nianka otemenka me mo akwa eba GMABC election camp no so na bibia boko na unam hefa Sisia.
Great, thank you very much. To see how we know Kasam was the president's residence one Nima runabout we share the media and some of the party stakeholders Obama stay up in his residence that they are waiting for him to also address the media. And he has one or two issues to touch on it, and we are also anxiously waiting for the EC declaration. We will pay more high, and I said that you're trying the president to come out to address us.
And the president is expected to respond to John Dramani Mahama claims, no, and I say general election now, no, or also the take on matters. Also, NDC candidates, no, Akasa, and definitely no, as a president, so to me addressing Ghanaians. Is it going to be national in nature? And I say it's going to be a mix of national and NPP who and same kakra.
Okay, wait, we should say among the nation's podium that the president normally just speak on, and the national flag and the flag the seat of government flag is also there. And we are sure say a very national address at the same time. Look, the winning election, they need to belong to a political party or independent. So definitely the president will touch on some of the issues. But as to whether he will respond to some of the allegations or assertions made by the former president. So prior to this election, the president, his focus is determined on winning his second term, into whether he will address or respond to some of the allegations that former president and candidates of the NDC making. It's quite unclear for me. We don't know whether he will respond to them.
Nianka, chairs around you, people sitting in there. Omuya Huamo and Impenufobe and Omuwa Omanpenny Fia as we speak, party executive and ministers and one more and a war Omanpenny Fia at the moment.
Okay, wait. Some of them are party faithful and some of them are national executives. If we move to executives, not here in Ghana, we have the youth organizer for MPP UK branch. Honestly, the CEO, that's the state housing company. Boss, that's Nanapia Honestly Ewo. They have director of administration at the NPP headquarters too. It's also around. It's not only party supporters, but we have party faithfuls and some national executives here as the president's residence.
Time when president, it's expected to be the address no.
Okay, as soon as the Electoral Commissioner will make the announcement, as it stands now, we don't know where the announcement go. But early on, what the MPP, they took the media to their strong room. Now, strong room now, they show us evidence why they said they are leading by 51.42%, having about 6.5 million votes, with former President John Mahama also having about little above 1 million votes, which amounts to 47.1%. So as soon as the EC makes the assertions, we are expecting the president to come out to address the media and some parties, faithfuls and organized executives here.
Joseph Nyanka, just hanging there. You're back to for updates.
Okay, so as soon as the president comes out to make the announcement, listeners of ETV, any listeners of Happy FM, ETV, any Omamosha or ETV now, benefits of it to watch us live on TV and listen to us also live on radio.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Nyanka, and Nyanka has just joined. But before the Electoral Commission declare the results, and after no, but people are gathered there. Their chairs, a stage has been built for the president to deliver a speech after or before the election results are declared. The updates it's here for on how in Semno Koso Honum. Now, you trust there now. Before we got into the discussions, no, now there were certain figures about to quickly no say to me go through because election results no up until the final results from a polling station no collated collation centers no and to say and Bono region about 12 constituencies Bono region 12 constituencies 10 out of the 12 no has been declared so far. Now Osha NPP ekita 5, NDC so ekita 5 seats Banda constituency NPP 8,195 8,277 votes.
Results. And you say, a bread between